Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I want to talk about something that I have been wanting to talk for a long time, and this thing is about, like, I know most of you, it affects most of you, and also even me myself. Okay, we are going to be talking about navigating through motherhood and actually just taking care of your mental health, because I know motherhood is something very beautiful. I have 3 kids, 2 boys and 1 daughter, and I can assure you it is a very beautiful thing. However, it comes with its effects, like it has its challenges, and we want to talk through it, like share some of the tips and hacks to actually keep your mental health very well. Because for new moms, especially for those people who have no idea what is coming when it comes to motherhood, it can be really challenging. So welcome. I will be talking while I'm styling my hair and also making my hair here. By the way, I'm using some coconut oil mixed with some olive oil on my hair. I just want to put on my scalp a little bit because I found it so very nice to moisturize my scalp. Okay, so I'll be talking while we are actually doing something else. Now, the very first thing I want to talk about is actually postpartum depression and also anxiety. This comes especially after you have given birth. When you are new mom, sometimes for some women it can be very hard, and also it can be very challenging, especially if you don't have someone to help you, someone to guide you. And if you're just still there, maybe for the first time, you don't know how to even take care of the child, you don't know anything, it can be really difficult, and you'll find that you are actually developing some anxiety. Okay, so it can be very difficult. And maybe let me define what is postpartum depression and anxiety. Okay, so postpartum depression can be manifest as feelings of sadness, loss of interest, and mood swings that last longer than a few weeks after giving birth. Postpartum anxiety, on the other hand, may cause excessive worry, restlessness, and physical symptoms such as a racing heartbeat and also being just afraid. Okay, if you are someone who is experiencing this kind of symptoms and it goes for a long time, then it means that you need to actually uh, seek for professional help, because this kind of stress, this kind of feelings can have a very bad feeling or a very bad impact on yourself. Okay, that's why you'll see some women going through postpartum anxiety and depression. And the hard thing is that sometimes the people that we expect them to help us, they never realize that you are actually going through this kind of anxiety and this kind of postpartum depression. They never realize. They just think because you are a new mom, you can handle everything by yourself, and they sometimes they won't even care to ask if you are mentally okay. And because we are women, we are women, and sometimes people think that women are strong, like we need, because we are mothers, we need to be more stronger for our kids. But they never realize that these things, especially for new moms, it can be very difficult. Okay, so that is the definition of depression, like the definition of postpartum depression and anxiety. Okay, when it comes to motherhood comes with an overwhelming sense of responsibility. And sometimes you'll find that you want to be the best mom, you try your level best, you just want to be you are like, you want to be the best mom, you don't know even what you're doing, but you just want to be that for the child. And you even forget about the other people around you, and also you forget about yourself, and you just want to do everything and make sure that everything is you keep on going. In the end, you'll find that you're forgetting yourself, and also you're forgetting about self-care. Okay, So one thing I normally do, or throughout my pregnancies and even after the pregnancies, one thing I normally prioritize is actually self-care. Sometimes I just take time to myself. It is good to take time for yourself, like just sit down, relax, even if it is journaling or maybe doing something that you love, passionately you love, then you can do it. Like just take time to actually focus on being you. Okay, what makes you happy, even if it is just a bath, like taking a shower by yourself, like relaxing music, anything that makes you happy, that makes you calm down. Just self-care, make something for yourself, not for the kids, not for the people around you or anything, just for yourself. If it is taking care of your skin, if it is taking care of your nails, if it is taking care of your hair, just take a minute and actually focus on self-care. So that thing of being, just loving yourself, choosing yourself, prioritizing yourself. And when I say this, I'm not saying that you abandon your child. I'm not saying that you leave the child to be crying. No, you can, especially for those people who have partners, you can actually, not even partners, if you have someone to take care of your child, let that person take care of the child even for an hour, and you just focus on yourself. If it is morning routine that you are doing, maybe some exercise, or maybe just sitting on a couch and then just relaxing and actually just focusing on yourself. So try these things to actually not to be too much into depression, especially if you are new mom. Okay, because I understand these things when we get kids, like when women get kids, so many things come in mind. What will I, like, how will the baby be? And you just develop anxiety and this curiosity, and also this worry, like in terms if she gets sick, or if the baby gets sick, how was say sick, how will I be, what will I be? You just start imagining some stuff. It is good to think, and I'm not saying that you should not think, but also try as much as possible not to let these bad negative feelings to overcome you, because by doing so you are not taking care of yourself. Okay, now I know when it comes to motherhood, especially if you are a someone who is working, or a mother who is working, you can find that it is very difficult to handle both the child, both the family, and your work. But one thing I have to tell you is that if you dedicate time, like you know how to schedule yourself in terms of taking care of the child, taking care of your work, and also prioritizing yourself, because finding balance can be very difficult, especially if you are working and you need to prioritize the child and also yourself and the people around you. Okay, so it can be very challenging, but just know which tasks are there, like what can I do that is really needed for me to do as a mother, so that you don't actually overwork. Like you are working at the same time you are taking care of the child, the family, and also at the same time you need to take care of yourself, and sometimes you can even forget about yourself. Don't do this, because I know it is very difficult to handle more than one thing, like handling the child, handling the family. If you have a husband who is maybe troublesome, it is very, very, very difficult. If you have family members who are even not helping you, but just there to make problem for you, and then it can be very difficult. If you have a boss who is actually pressuring you with work, it can be very difficult for mothers. But finding time to prioritize which task can I do first, and what can I do to improve myself, like you prioritize yourself, like when I finish my work, what can I do to help myself actually nurture myself. Just try as much as possible to find time for yourself, balance everything. Okay, now something else I have to actually say is when you are a mother and you are balancing all of these things, You don't need to do it alone. You can seek help. Don't be afraid to seek help from your relatives, from your partner. If you're a single mom, I think you have a sister, you have a mother, you have a friend. Don't be afraid to tell them, can you help me take care of the child when you are doing one thing or another just for yourself? Because at the end of the day, in where I come from, we normally say that raising a child is not for you yourself. Like, having a child is not just for yourself, but actually as a village, so try as much as possible to engage with other moms, talk to them your experiences. If you have a problem, let them know, ask questions, join groups. You can join different kinds of Facebook groups to help you navigate through, especially if you're a new mom, because kids come with complications. Some kids come with crying, a lot of crying, and also you just find difficult times handling such kids, and it can be very difficult. But if you join different groups, maybe you tell other moms, I'm facing this and this, how did you manage? Then mothers know. Okay, join different kind of groups, take time to go out with your friends, okay, socialize with other moms, talk to other people, let your partner do some stuff, even if it is taking care of the child. Maybe if the child is crying all the night, let your partner or the person that you are staying with try as much as possible to help you to have time for yourself, like maybe sleeping, because when the child is too much crying, even during the day, during the night, you don't have time. Like, your mind is all on the child and you start getting worried, you forget about yourself. It can be very difficult. So let that partner or the person you are staying with or your family help you, even taking shifts in terms of sleeping. Okay, just prioritize actually speaking about it. Don't be afraid, because your mother or people will laugh at you, or people, especially for single mothers, sometimes if they are single mothers and they're still young, they might feel like, oh, people will start talking bad about me, they're gonna tell me go find the father of your child. No, if you have a friend who is very supportive, stick to that person, let them help you out. Okay, so that is something I wanted to note. Okay, now, when you actually focus on yourself and actually start practicing mental health care, start prioritizing self-care, you'll find that this will be so good for you and also for your child as a parent, because you want to actually raise a child who is healthier, a child who feels loved, and also a child who feels welcomed. Okay, so this will help you to actually be a better parent, even if you are first mom, and your next child will feel very well appreciated in terms of actually welcoming and knowing what to do and what not to do. Because if you are, like, let's say if you are facing anxiety, if you are so much in sorrow, in sadness, you are developing depression, and your child also, this will affect your child, your mood will affect your child. You won't have time to play with the child, you won't have time to do certain things with the child or the people around you, and everybody will feel like afraid of actually coming close to you. They will run away from you, and they don't want to. Who wants to sit with us, someone who is always depressed, someone who is always like in a bad mood, shouting? And sometimes this depression can make you react differently. You can become bitter, you can become so annoying, you don't want to see anyone around you, and you can develop a lot of things or feelings, okay, and emotions. So this can affect the people around you and also your child, your own child. You don't want to go to this path. So try as much as possible to practice mental health care for yourself and also for the people around you. Okay, if you're loving my content, you want to hear more, me talking about more, giving you more tips, let me know in the comment section by actually liking this video also and subscribing to my channel. Okay, now something I have to actually talk about or to tell you while I'm actually almost finishing my video is about talking about these stories of motherhood, parenting, mental health care. Don't be afraid to share them. I was just sitting down and like I'm a mother of 3 and I have been through a lot. Just being a mother from the first moment, going through cesareans. All my kids have been undergone through C-section, and it can be a very big journey and also a very big impact. I'm so grateful that all of them, they are healthy. My mental health is good and I'm fit enough to talk about these things because, you know, I know it can be very difficult for new moms, okay? And just speaking about your stories, sharing with your fellow mothers and opening up on actually mental health stuff will help you a lot, and also it will actually close that gap of stigmatization, okay, whereby the society will be actually wanting to judge you, or maybe telling you what to do and what not to do, and just talking about nasty things, especially if you're a mother. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next in my next episode. Until next time again, bye bye.